Welcome to another edition of Africa Sideways, and we got quick things today. The Audi A1, not your regular Audi A1. They went and stuck the Golf GTI engine in here, didn't they? Cheeky little devils. In a little A1, very compact, sleek, with 150 kilowatts. They've detuned the GTI engine down from about 210 kilowatts to 150, so the engine's only really running at 70% capacity, so you're going to get great reliability. But when you put the boot in, you get that lovely grunty sound, and that's just in efficient mode. You got various options. You can go efficient, auto, or dynamic. Really gets that gets it all singing along. Beautiful. Rasping, not quite as in your face as the GTI sound. Really a good compromise. You don't get bubbling and crackling down the street, but it does still give you a bit of reverb, which is all you really need. Handling is quite energetic. Sounds absolutely gorgeous. Throw it into the corner. Oh, that dynamic mode really tweaks things up a bit. It's the sort of car you got to hang on to. It's front wheel drive. There's a lot of power going to those front wheels, so you get a good gym workout if you're going to be driving this with any kind of extremes. But then you can just, at a flick of a button, efficiency mode, dumbs it all down a bit. About 500,000 rand new. It's got this is about 620,000 with all the extras. It's got the usual Audi touchscreen, which is very, very good. Maps are excellent. Heads-up display is concise, lets you know everything you need to do. The whole cabin is very well thought out. It has a kind of a fighter pilot / kit car from Night Rider look to it, especially at night time. It's got the red sort of light strips, and it does have quite a bit of mystique about it, this car, that is for sure. Just go around the scenic route, and then when you put the boots in, it's all there. The thing I like about this car is they haven't gone for over-the-top exhaust pipes. They've just stuck two traditional round exhausts next to each other. It's a bit of a sleeper, this car, but you got near Golf GTI performance with something that doesn't look, that could kind of pass off as a normal A1 at first glance, but it certainly isn't. Car just wants to go all day long. It's only got a 40-litre fuel tank, so if you're going to be driving it vigorously, don't expect to get a very big range out of it. Fuel consumption, I've been getting 9 litres per 100 kilometers with some quite spirited driving, so to speak. So it still retains its economic nature, but gives you some of that. Come get you some. would like to see the Quattro version of this with the all-wheel drive. I think it would put the power down better and make it less of a rocket ship on roids. Bucket loads. So here's the sort of person that's going to buy this car. Well, that engine just purrs away in the background. Lovely stuff. Sort of person that's going to buy this, upwardly mobile, yuppie, somebody with one kid. It's quite not that much space in the back, small boot, so it's not for a big family, but just for somebody possibly with two kids that likes something a little bit hot. It's an executive hot hatch. Let's cut to the chase. It's one of the funnest Audis I've driven in a while. Not that most Audis are fun, so the Q3 was a lot of fun, that's for sure. But this is really, power to weight ratio is off the chain on this thing. 230 km/h top speed, just over 6 seconds for the 0 to 100. That is legit sports car sort of numbers. So what's this up against? I guess it would kind of be up against the GTR. Personally, I prefer this to the GTR. It's a little bit more subtle, but just as quick, just as appealing on the eye. Just faster than an SLK Merc, I'd suggest. So it's got performance covered in all ends up. Well, that turbo reverb is just gorgeous. Quite a hard handling, quite a firm ride, which you'd expect from a sports car. It's got pretty low profile tires with red brake calipers, which look the business. Acceleration is also the business. All in all, a very fun car to drive. On the racetrack, extremely quick. On the Autobahn. Oh, I think the Autobahn would be very, very saucy with this. So, she's a bit of a goer. All in all, one of the first times I got to give this 10 out of 10. There's nothing I don't like. Styling's good. They've got the right engine. It's detuned, so the reliability is going to be there. It really is the complete package. The new A1 Audi S-line with the GTI engine. You cannot go wrong. Go get one. Catch you next time on Africa Sideways. Lovely sounding engine. Golf GTI, tuned down to 147 kilowatts from 210, so engine's hardly even working. It's going to be more reliable, and you can always chip it up. It's an engine you can chip another 60 to 70 kilowatts into. It's amazing. Isn't it gorgeous? This is one car I don't mind having low profiles on. One thing about a black car is it does tend to show the dirt a bit more, but it really does pop. There you go, buddy. Thank you, sir.